Hi everyone, welcome to a new video. Oh, sorry, Piper. I scared her a little bit. Come on, do you want to be in the video? Piper is feeling shy. She's my yeah, but Piper is not the main focus of this video. It's me. I've tried to film this video multiple times, and I have done it multiple times, and I've even like filmed it and like edited it completely in the past, and I hated it, so I scrapped it. It's quite a sensitive topic for me. Not really. It's really not that sensitive. I've grown quite insensitive to it, in fact. But yeah, it's about my singleness. I mentioned in my past vlog that I have been single for, yes, 24 years, and I am indeed 24 years old, so I've been single my entire life. Not a single relationship. Some situationships, but never really blossomed into real full-blown relationships. So I kind of wanted to talk about that a little bit, expand on that a little bit. Yes, Piper, she thinks we're playing, but we're not playing. But I thought I would kind of just start off with like reasons why I think I've been single for 24 years. I made a lot of excuses in the past. Like my parents and friends always ask me like, why don't you have a partner? Like why don't you have a girlfriend? Like why won't you date and stuff like that? And I've never been on dates either, so you could tell that I really shied away from, you know, the whole relationship ordeal. And some of the excuses I made was like, I felt like I wasn't mentally prepared. I always needed to find like validation from other people. So that's like, Piper. That's like one reason why I thought I wasn't really ready for a relationship, because if you start a relationship when you're clearly, you know, finding your own value in other people, then you become like hyper dependent on that person instead of being like a codependent relationship where you guys both learn from each other but both have your own independence and such. I don't know if I'm making sense, but I just didn't want to go into a relationship and end up being really hyper dependent on the person and like breaking up and just like losing myself in the process. So I really wanted to be prepared and independent first. Another reason slash excuse that I've kind of made to avoid relationship was like my insecurity. I've been super insecure. I'm not that insecure anymore, but I really was in high school, because like a lot of people just called me ugly, and I was ugly. I mean, I kind of am still, but people would just straight up tell me that I was ugly. They would call me like acne galore because I had a lot of pimples and stuff. This girl that I didn't even know would straight up tell me like, your haircut looks really ugly on you. Like, I didn't even know this person. That's how easy it was for people to like, you know, talk to me like that, treat me like that. So I was like super just very diffident and insecure regarding my physical attraction. And because of that, because of so many people like, you know, telling me I'm ugly, telling me that I am not attractive, I started to kind of believe that I was not able to be loved and I had no innate worth, or that I didn't have any like redeeming characteristics. So that's another reason. Wow, Piper's like really distracting me. I can't even like complete a sentence right now. She just woke up from a nap. Reason slash excuse that I become using to justify my singleness was not really knowing what to look for. I just don't know what you do in a relationship. Like I don't know what to look for. If I do have like an interest in someone and I obviously like to befriend them first, I end up appreciating them and liking them so much as a friend that I cannot see anything like past that. People have like asked me out before and told me that they like me, but the thing is that I started seeing them so much as a friend that it felt like, you know, a family member telling me they liked me. I'm like, I cannot see anything beyond just friendship and platonic love. Like I just don't know what to expect in a relationship. I don't know what to feel in a romantic relationship because all I've been experiencing is, you know, familial love and platonic love. So I just don't know what goes beyond that. So it's just like my inexperience that kind of led me to, you know, dig my grave a little deeper into my singleness, if that's making any sense. Fourth reason is that I just genuinely did not have that much interest. I'm kind of an attention whore. So my parents gave me a lot of attention when I was a kid. So a lot of affection, a lot of attention, a lot of love. So I had like no mommy or daddy issues. So I like literally didn't really make any effort to like get even more affection from like a partner. So I genuinely just did not have any interest if I want attention, I'll get attention from my friends, you know? So yeah, genuinely having no interest in starting a relationship, just feeling satisfaction from like my friends and family was truly enough, to be honest. So that's kind of another reason why I've been single for so long. And this is kind of, a little bit more sensitive topic, but I just genuinely, I have never seen someone in life and thought I want to sleep with them. Like, I want to have sex with them. I have never felt that way. Maybe my sexual awakening has not happened yet, but I just have never had a sexual attraction or like a romantic attraction. Maybe romantic attraction, but nothing really sexual attraction. I feel like I'm quite still immature in that sense. Do you just want to sit on my lap? Okay, sit on my lap, sit on my lap. Although this sounds like I'm kind of coping right now, but I genuinely have not been like lonely. Just because you're single doesn't mean loneliness. Like, you could still be very lonely even when you're partnered. So like your relationship status really doesn't define, your loneliness or your unloneliness. So I have no problem being single. But recently, after coming to dental school, so for the past year is when I started really kind of wanting to start a relationship. My disinterest in a romantic partner kind of faded away, and I'm like, I kind of want a relationship now. And I've never felt like that way in like my entire life, so that was kind of new for me. So I kind of really thought to myself, what is it that I really want in a relationship? And I've been kind of thinking. So some of the things I do want in a relationship is, mutual growth. I believe that there are some lessons that you just can't learn alone. Learning to understand each other on a close, intimate level, learning to make sacrifices for someone, those things you can't really do by yourself. So kind of wanting to grow in new ways, that's something that I'm really looking for in a relationship. Another thing is just having someone to always like call upon or just be with during your lowest times is something that I'm kind of wanting in a relationship. All of my family members live really far away, and sometimes our time zones don't line up, so there's like no one to call, no one to talk, and sometimes friends are busy with their own partners and such. So just having someone to be like your home base, like constantly being there for you, I feel like that's something that's really attractive about a relationship. So that's kind of another reason why I've been growing some more interest in a relationship. And another thing is just to like make memories. I know you can do that with friends, but with a partner, it's like you can do anything and everything together without shame. So like just making all these fun memories, all the things that you wanted to do, all these activities that you wanted to do, I feel like that's another thing that's really appealing about a relationship as well. Hey, don't bark. Let's be nice. So those are some of the things that I kind of look for in a relationship / what makes relationships appealing to me now. So what were the three things that I said? Like just making memories together, like growing and learning from each other, and just having someone like being there for you constantly. Yeah. I switched spots because Piper was bothering me a little bit and she's still trying to jump on me. I have her fur all over me. Look at her. Other things I wanted to mention is like how hard it is for, two people to meet and actually have genuine interest in each other these days. Like there are so many like apps and technologies that allow you to just scroll through people as if they're like products in a list. So I feel like it's been a little bit more intimidating to kind of put myself out there. I don't know, I feel like although I want to start a relationship, it just seems like kind of impossible these days. It sounds so hard. And, I really hate the situationship culture. People just not really committing to a relationship, but is like still trying to reap all the benefits of being in a relationship. I feel like that's a little weird. So having people who like you share similar ideologies with, similar like belief systems with, I feel like is really hard to find these days. Some people say like, oh, your perfect relationship will just jump out at you and just come out at the right timing. But I've been waiting for 24 years. No one has come out for me, and I have not gone for anybody else. So I think it's time where we actually, make more effort. One thing that I'm gonna keep in mind is that I don't want to start a relationship just for the sake of, ending my 24-year streak of singleness. Um, you know, Beggars can't be choosers. People that are on the lower end of the beauty spectrum, like myself, shouldn't really, have specific types and be picky about it. But even ugly people have eyes and can tell whether what they're seeing is good or not for them. So I'm just going to be a little stubborn and picky and just, take things seriously. But that doesn't mean that I'm going to only look for long-term relationship and like commitment right away. But still, I want to be mindful so that I end up, respecting the other person and also receive the similar level of respect from them as well. So yeah, that's kind of what my thoughts are now. Definitely more open for a relationship than I've ever been before, even if there are some fears and anxieties that are kind of tied to that. So yeah, that's where I'll leave y'all up with. If you guys have any questions or any advice for me if you're dating someone, teach me some, Riz techniques because I genuinely have none of that. I am not a charismatic person. I definitely think that I'm a person that kind of warms up to some others, so I try to make people feel comfortable, but that takes a while for it to show. So I definitely don't have that like instant click, that instant like charm almost. So yeah, give me some tips. Give me some advice. Thank you guys so much for watching this very tedious and talkative video. Piper, do you want to say bye? Say bye, Piper.